Girl, these kids going to school looking like they look like bona fide like they just got off a pole. Yes, I said it. Yo child look like a.
Hey guys, get ready with me for school. This is actually my first day in my new school. I had to wait for a week before I got my school uniform, but I am loving it. I can't wait to meet new people and probably start dating someone, but I'm excited for my first day in school. And here is the complete school uniform. I love it. Bye.
So today we're going to talk about something that has truly rendered me speechless. Why these little girls dress like they have no parents, and whose house are they actually stepping out of is what I want to know. There's been a lot of get ready with me videos of these kids getting ready for their first day of high school, junior high, and I have seen outfits that I would never expect from a 15, 16, 17-year-old. Why are these kids dressing like this? So this is why I've always loved uniforms, because there is no better equalizer than a uniform. And it's not just that it equalizes everybody, but it also just filters out all this chaos. Nobody's going to complain about this kind of dressing, although some people may alter their uniform, but it's not going to be this bad. Even if it was a period where we're still waiting on our uniforms, nobody I've ever known was dressing like this. We all just had to dress normally. I saw a post that said when I was in high school, I used to dress like Adam Sandler, and I could only wish I dressed like Adam Sandler, because shorts like this were not even allowed. So to see girls dress like this now is like, what are you doing? Whose house are you walking out of? And I know you may want to say, oh, why are you looking at kids like that? You are so just sick. Let kids be kids. And I'm with you. I am with you 100%. But you have to understand that you have to be responsible for you. Nobody's going to do that for you. You have to be responsible for yourself. Everybody else has themselves to deal with. Let them deal with themselves. Let them deal with having to be responsible and not look your way. But you also have to make sure that you do not put yourself in an environment that makes you so vulnerable to such kind of actions.
See, it be that raise like you that be the problem. You think that it is okay for your daughter to dress up in a way that when she walks into the schoolhouse or in the classroom, that no male in the room is supposed to look her way. They have to turn their head. No, this post wasn't about grown men looking at females or little kids, but there are men out here that do that. And since you know that, and you still allow your daughter to come out the house dressed in a way that gives them the upper hand to look at a young girl and fetishize them, what type of parent does that make you? But as the black community always does, you are going to deflect and you are going to move the goalpost and turn it on everybody but yourself. You wake up with that kid in your house. You see that kid dressed as the way they're dressed, and you allow that kid to walk out of your door, get into your car, and drive them to the school and get out of your car dressed in that manner. So no, don't put the blame on nobody else but yourself. These men come to school every day to teach. They don't want to be walking around seeing, kids come in their classroom that's half naked, seeing belly buttons, seeing ass cheeks. Like I said, they do dress code checks every single period, every single morning. You think these men just gotta, oh, your belly out, well, I'm not gonna do a dress code. No, your belly out, you have to go home. Your butt cheeks out, you have to go home. You wearing a too short skirt, you have to go home. Stop coming up here looking like a goddamn. And now y'all want to put the blame on men? And I'm not taking up for men because it's predators out there, I'm telling you. But because y'all know that it's predators out there, why are you still allowing your children to come out the house dressed like that? That makes you look even worse. And somebody else got in the comments saying, oh, well, we just talking about girls. Are you going to talk about boys? The post wasn't about boys. Yes, boys sag. Yes, boys break the dress code too. But we going to talk about them when we need to talk about them. We not moving no goalposts. Don't deflect. We talking about race and horror.
You have to remember that it's not always going to be some random guy from the streets that's capable of doing all these horrible things to you. It's going to be sometimes the people that are close to you, and God forbid, but it can be people that are actually close to you, people that you trust, people that are in your family sometimes. How many times have you ever had a mother, father, or sibling harming their own relatives? And sometimes it can be people in authority that you trust, like this man, that is a principal.
What's going on, Kurt?
I'm good.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
What are you doing?
A kid named Tommy told me he was riding his bike over.
Yeah. And how old was Tommy? Because I'm Tommy, but how old was Tommy?
I think he was 14 or 15.
14?
Yeah.
You know you've talked to me like 30 times.
Have I?
Yeah. You like little kids, man?
No.
Okay.
No.
30 times you talked to me. 30 times I've told you that I was 14. And 30 times you talked with me. Like, but you don't like children.
No.
But do you like 14-year-olds?
No.
Did you like this 14-year-old?
He seems like a nice kid. I also mentor kids, so I was...
Holy bro.
No, I don't mentor, but I want to make sure that teenagers are not being stupid. And
Where's your condom at? Where's your condom at?
in the pocket.
So you're gonna mentor a child with a condom in your pocket.
I was going to give him the condom because he needs to be safe and make good choices.
But me and the 14-year-old, because that's not my picture, by the way.
Right.
But it is a 14-year-old child.
Right.
You were gonna have sex with that 14-year-old here, or oral sex. You said whatever he likes, and you would bring protection.
Look, you can't just go about life pretending that everybody has good intentions. It's actually quite irresponsible to think that. The world is really such a horrible place. You have to make sure you protect yourself, because these are the type of people that are supposed to be protecting you, but they are here mentoring you.
But I blame the mothers. It's the mother's fault, because the mother's the one who is buying it, and she's the one who says, oh, this is cute. These girls come to school looking like they got off the pole. They have the shortest of the shortest shorts ever. They have on tights that show their behind, see-through. The crop tops might as well be a bra. They're wearing Ethica briefs as if they are for outside. They look like they're in panties. And the crazy part about it is, imagine a child walking into school with her mother with those clothes on. That's the crazy part. You'll see a young girl walking to school looking like what he described with her mother right next to her. It's the mother's fault.
I really didn't struggle to believe her when she said parents are actually working with these kids dressed like that, because toddlers are also being dressed horribly.
How I dress my daughter versus how she dress herself.
Everybody in the comment section was like, you should let this baby dress herself from now on. Just let her pick out her clothes, because she looks way happier. She looks more comfortable. Why would you want to dress her up like that when she could be so happy and comfortable? These are kids that just want to be comfortable and play in dates. And yet they are so uncomfortable in these clothes, and they don't even make sense. There's really no need to sexualize toddlers. There is no way in heaven or hell that is ever going to be a positive thing. It's never going to get you a positive outcome. Why do you do it?
It's so unfortunate that the people that are dressing these kids better are anybody but their primary caregiver, who's their mother, that spend the most time with them.
Hi, mommy, you're so pretty. Wait. Why is she wearing a crop top?
Because it's cute.
Why is she wearing a crop top? No. Why is she wearing a crop top?
Because it's cute.
No. She's not supposed to be wearing no crop top. I didn't approve of this.
But she can. It's cute. You're a hater.
They gotta get improved with this. Me cannot wear a crop top.
Say you're a hater.
I need me shirts. See, she making her cry because she didn't wear this little crop top.
Making her cry because you're a hater. Goodbye.
No. Come on, baby. Let's go take this crop top off.
She looks cute.
No, we're taking it off.
Well, this to be cute when she's cold and sick. Let clothes save their purpose. Keep your baby warm.
It is wrong to tell a 10-year-old that she is showing too much skin and that she must wait in the office while her parents bring her a change of clothing. Because then school administrators are prioritizing her body over her education.
I know there are exceptions to this, but 9 times out of 10, they're actually prioritizing her safety over her education and not her body, which I would actually prefer if I was a parent. Do not worry about what everybody else is worried about. Don't even worry about what she feels like in that moment. Your worry should be her safety. That's it. My parents made a lot of decisions on my behalf that at the time I didn't necessarily agree with, and at the time I was livid. But looking back now, I feel like it saved me from a lot of trouble, and I'm so grateful. They weren't always right. Nobody really is. But they did the best they could. And you have to make those decisions for a child. You cannot just follow the flow and just decide on what she wants, what she likes, how she feels. That's not parenting.
I remember very clearly in like my first corporate job, 2 women who were about in their 40s, and they had like preteen or early teen daughters, and they were talking about how they're absolutely disgusted and annoyed about the way that their daughters are dressing and it's inappropriate. And then someone had walked by like in the little kitchen area and they overheard as well, and they were like, so who's buying her these clothes? And then the woman who was talking, she kind of looked down and she was like, yeah, I know, but, and then the person was like, okay, well, if you're not happy with what she's wearing or you think it's inappropriate, why are you buying her those clothes? And she's like, well, if I don't buy them for her, then she's just gonna complain and bitch and na. And they're like, okay, but who's the parent here? And then me in my early 20s, I'm just like, with my mint tea, literally watching this exchange go back and forth. And I always had that in the back of my mind that I was like, okay, it's one thing if, you know, they're at a certain age and they want to express themselves, we can cross that bridge. But when they're at an age where they're not even making their own money to buy clothes and you're buying this stuff that is inappropriate to you, I mean, what are we doing? And just for those who feel the need to come into my comments and, oh my God, but that's their expression. I made this video about my 4-year-old daughter. My 4-year-old daughter. There's no, she is 4. 4. I am her mother. She is going to dress like a 4-year-old.
You cannot complain about your teenage daughter acting fast, being grown, talking back, or nothing if at 13 you was allowing her to wear crop tops.
The sad truth is, for a lot of girls, their mom is their first misogynist. And a lot of y'all will parent talking points like this, because is there anything more misogynistic than treating a young girl like an adult her whole life and then getting upset when she starts expressing some of the autonomy of adulthood? Because if we keeping it real, y'all not mad about crop tops or lip gloss. You're mad that she's starting to act like the adult that you have always treated her as anyway. Her whole life, you told her she's more mature than boys. She's got to think about her future in adulthood more than boys have to. You gave her adult-like responsibilities in the house, whether that's everything from being a third parent to being your marriage counselor. Some of y'all will even put bills in your young girl's name. So one day when it clicks for her that she's already been treated as grown and she decides, okay, well then I'm going to do as grown folks do, that's when y'all get mad, because you only want her to be grown when it benefits you. And a child with a false sense of agency is a lot easier to control than an adult with actual agency. I bet if a lot of y'all started actually treating your young girls as children, you'd find that they don't want to escape childhood so much.
Now, just like most things, it's not always going to be one person's fault. And in this, there's another contributing factor, which is these clothing brands. What kind of clothes are you making for toddlers? What is this?
Look at what I came across. I put the hoe in holiday for a 3-month-old. Okay, I didn't think it could get worse, but I just found one that's even worse. Santa's favorite hoe.
Please stop it. It's not very mindful. It's not very respectful. It's not very demure. And sometimes it's not even about safety. It's just about you knowing where you are and what is expected of you in those spaces. I just saw a video of this girl that was somehow shocked that her recruiter or her interviewer asked her if she could change her clothes for an interview that she was doing, because the interviewer sort of thought it was inappropriate, but gave her a chance to change the clothes, and she said no. And she seemed very confused as to why they would ask her to do that, and came on social media to show us, I guess, in a way to try to, I don't know what the point was, but this is what she was wearing.
So I just got dress coded during an interview, and then they decided to reschedule the interview with me for tomorrow. But before they rescheduled, the lady was like, would you like to come back, like go change and then come back? And I was like, no. And these are the shorts. Let me turn to the side for y'all. These are the shorts.
I really like the outfit and I think she looked great, but I don't think it was appropriate for that particular occasion. But that's just me, so hear it from somebody else.
My sister, at this rate, you should have run for the Nigerian track and field team during the Olympics, because the Lord's blessing is chasing you, but you are clearly running faster. You understand me? You know, when I get involved with women's business, I ask myself, is this a general theme? Is there a general lesson that can be learned here? And quite frankly, there is. Ask yourself, if I wore cargo shorts to your interview, if you were interviewing someone, would you find that as very demure, very mindful, very, very classy? No. Then come to find out, the interviewer is asking you, they are giving you final warnings. But some is clearly not digesting inside your brain. It's not computing. They are asking you, do you want to come back? My sister, I can bet you the person that interviewed you is most likely black. Is most likely of African descent, and they are trying to help another African But you clearly do not want to accept second chances. With the way this economy is, you are playing childish games. Well, let me tell you something, sister. When you come up short on your bills, remember this. When you come up short on your grocery list, remember this. When you come up short in a vacation group chat, remember this moment. Because life will teach you a lesson. I'm not sure if you are rage baiting me, if you are clickbaiting me, but I'm enraged. I am enraged. Foolish idiot.
One thing I am so happy to see go is modest dressing, and people are like stopping to do like the whole modest fashion thing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing modest clothing. It's good to be appropriate. It's more of a time and place thing. But also, like, you're 20, there's no use for you to be 20 and you look like a 40-year-old school teacher every other day. Like, there's no point in 16-year-olds looking like they have 5 kids. Like, you're 16. Put on a miniskirt, slap on a crop top. Now is the time. And there'll come a time, like 10 years from now, I'm not gonna be wearing this anymore. It just won't, I'll be past this stage. But then when you're at that age and you never did this, first of all, either you get jealous and you start hating on the kids who are doing it, or you just like have a midlife crisis and you go crazy, which I don't want to do either. So please, guys, dress your age. And I'm glad we're starting to do it. We're going back to like the Paris Hilton scandalous days.
I had no idea what the Paris Hilton scandalous phase looked like, so I googled it. And to some extent, I agree with her. I think she has a point. But I don't think dressing modestly is actually going to make you look older. I strongly believe that you can still look your age while dressed modestly. And I also believe that you can actually show some skin without being vulgar.